Protests are violently suppressed. Recently, hundreds of people have been arrested during protests in Oromia and Tabriz in northwest Iran. Prisoners, especially family members of Ashraf residents, are mistreated and tortured to death. In view of all this, it is disappointing that the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Mrs. Pillay, did not mention the gross violation of human rights in Iran during the UN Human Rights Council. Developments in the Middle East and the fall of dictators has clearly convinced Khamenei that he must quickly obtain the nuclear bomb and reinforce his position in Iraq. His main objective is to suppress uprising in Iran with Ashraf at its center. Camp Ashraf is the bastion of hope for the Iranian people and cannot be separated from the Iranian people's uprisings. Following every uprising in Iran, the mullahs attack Ashraf. Last month, Professor Jean Ziegler, Vice Chair of the UN Human Rights Advisory Committee, described Ashraf as the focal point of democratic values that continuously undermines the legitimacy of the mullahs regime. Therefore, the plot to destroy Camp Ashraf is continuing in a most inhuman way. The UNHCR statement on September 13 about the legal status of Ashraf residents underlines the responsibility of the UN, UNAMI, and Human Rights Commissioner, Madame Pillay. The UN Refugee Agency has declared the residents of Ashraf as asylum seekers. It stresses that international law requires that they must be able to benefit from basic protection of their security and well-being. It also calls on the Iraqi government to extend its deadline for closure of Ashraf. This was a crucial step, but it is not enough. Bearing in mind there is no rule of law, no respect for international law, in Iraq at the moment, it is the prime duty and responsibility of the international community to safeguard those needs in practice. Firstly, it is crucial that the UN Secretary General and UNAMI take practical measures to guarantee internationally recognized protection of Ashraf. This would be realized through the Secretary General's instruction. Declaring Ashraf as a civilian zone under UN monitoring is necessary. He should then order the stationing of a UN monitoring team in Ashraf. The UN monitoring team had not left Ashraf in July 2010